In this video, I'm gonna chat about 10 Disney villains who actually turn things around and redeem themselves. So, let's dive right in. At number 10, we have Mushu in Mulan 2. Mushu was a great friend to Mulan and was really happy when he found out she was getting married to Li Shang. But then, the ancestors broke the news to him that he would lose his important position once Mulan got married. Throughout the movie, Mushu tried all sorts of tricks to break up Mulan and Shang. He actually succeeded by tricking Shang into thinking Mulan said mean things about him. This made Mulan really sad, but she ended up saving the princesses from an arranged marriage by taking their place. Just when it seemed like everything was falling apart, Mushu stepped in and pretended to be the powerful golden dragon of unity to stop the wedding. This allowed Mulan and Shang to make up and be together again. At number 9, we have Kovu from The Lion King II, Simba's pride. Kovu was basically Scar's replacement, and Zira, his mom, raised him to be a ruthless killer who wanted to off Simba. But he ended up tricking Simba and gaining his trust. At first, Kovu was all about betraying Simba and completing his mission, but then he fell head over heels for Simba's daughter, Kiara. Once Simba told Kovu that he could be better than Scar, his whole desire to kill Simba went out the window. Kovu played a big role in stopping the fighting between Zira and Simba's tribes, and along with Kiara convinced everyone to live in peace and harmony. At number 8, we have Anastasia Tremaine. She was Cinderella's stepsister and she made Cinderella's life a living hell. She was super jealous of Cinderella's looks and thought Cinderella had it easy. In Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time, Anastasia's mom, Lady Tremaine, got hold of the fairy godmother's wand and Anastasia had the chance to take Cinderella's place as the prince's bride. But even though she wanted her own happily ever after, Anastasia didn't feel right pretending to be someone she wasn't. So, she brought Cinderella and the prince back together and used the wand to look like her old self again. In the end credits, it was confirmed that Anastasia would get back together with the baker she met in the previous movie. At number 7, we have Namaari from Raya and the Last Dragon. She was the main bad guy in the movie, tricking Raya and telling everyone where the dragon gem was. This caused a lot of chaos and made the tribes turn against each other. Throughout the film, she was always trying to capture Raya and seemed to enjoy knocking her down in their fights. But, even with all that, Raya and her friends decided to trust Namaari. They gave her their pieces of the dragon gem and instead of leaving, she chose to stay with them and fix the gem. This ended up getting rid of the Droon and bringing back all the people who had been turned to stone. At number 6, we have Amos Slade from The Fox and the Hound. He was the bad guy in the movie, a hunter who easily got mad. He would always try to shoot Todd whenever he saw him on his property, and because of that, Chief got hit by a train while chasing Todd. Even when Widow Tweed took Todd to a place where hunting was not allowed, Slade still went after him in a vengeful rage. While looking for Todd, Slade pissed off a huge bear and got his foot stuck in a bear trap. Copper tried to fight the bear, but luckily Todd stepped in just in time to save Copper's life. Touched by Todd's selflessness, Copper stood in front of Todd to protect him when Slade aimed his gun. When Slade saw the look on Copper's face and realized that Todd had saved their lives, he decided to give up and go home, feeling both humbled and grateful. At number 5, we have Iago from Aladdin, The Return of Jafar. Iago was Jafar's right-hand man and came up with a bunch of his evil plans. He was totally willing to ditch Jafar to save himself, and in the movie, he wanted to use Aladdin to get back to living the good life in the palace. But here's the twist. After getting close to Aladdin and his crew, Iago started to actually care about them. He felt super guilty for betraying their trust when Jafar came back. To make up for it, Iago did some pretty heroic stuff. First, he freed Genie to save Aladdin, and then he risked his own life to get and destroy Jafar's lamp by chucking it into some lava. At number 4, we have Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. He was Isma's sidekick and accidentally gave her the idea to get rid of Kuzco. Even though he messed up the potion, Kronk did try to follow Isma's orders and poison Kuzco. When Kuzco turned into a llama, Izma told Kronk to take him out of town and finish the job. Kronk almost did it, but his conscience made him save Kuzco before he could meet his doom. Deep down, Kronk is actually a good guy, and he even turned against Izma in the end of the movie. At number 3, we have this character called Bowler Hat Guy from Meet the Robinsons. He used to be Louis' roommate, and he was really mad at him because he thought Louis ruined his life. Because of his anger, he let Doris manipulate him into creating a messed up future where she ruled over everyone. Bowler Hat Guy had just made a deal to sell stolen technology, but when he found out what Doris was really up to, he decided to back out. Instead of sticking to his original plan, he chose to go with Louis to the future. He even left behind his to-do list, with all his evil plans crossed out, to show that he had a change of heart. At number 2, we have Marshmallow from Frozen. Marshmallow is this huge snow creature that Elsa made to protect her castle, and he ended up throwing Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf out. He wasn't very careful though and couldn't easily hurt them, like when he threw a tree at Anna and sent Olaf flying multiple times. When Marshmallow got angry, he got really aggressive and even seemed vengeful. But in later parts of the movie, he kinda chilled out and decided to hang out in the ice palace with the little snowman that Elsa made when she was sick. At the top spot, we have Denahi from Brother Bear. Denahi used to be a happy and cheerful guy until Sitka died and Kenai was supposedly killed by a bear. Filled with revenge, he went after a transformed Kenai without knowing it was his own brother. It wasn't until Kenai turned back into a human that Denahi realized how terrible his actions were and dropped his spear. When he saw how much Kenai cared for Koda, Denahi admitted that Kenai actually looked better as a bear. He even said that no matter what, Kenai would always be his little brother, even if he chose to stay as a bear.